Hi, my name is Ambi Banks and I'm here at Peace Camp with
Jennifer Montgomery. I'm the 5th District Supervisor for Placer County.
Jennifer, what does peace mean to you?
Well, peace I think has a lot of different meanings to people. For me personally, it means a place of quietude and maybe a little bit of solitude to go with that. But really it means being in a place personally and within the community where people are really not in conflict with each other. And that sounds very simple and intuitive, but it's very difficult to achieve.
How does your job help our community be a more peaceful place?
Well, as a county supervisor, a lot of the time and effort that I put toward my job is dealing with conflicts between people and creating a situation that does result in peace. And when I talk about conflicts between people, things like a neighbor who maybe has a barking dog and it annoys their other neighbor and it creates conflict and tension. And so part of my role as county supervisor is to get to a place where those two individuals, those two families, those two neighbors can be at peace with each other.
What are some ways you find peace?
Personally, reading. I love that. It brings me a real sense of focus and quiet. But I think within the community, being out in nature, being out with girlfriends and being out with my husband and just enjoying the beauty that surrounds us brings a very strong sense of peace to me.
What does community mean to you?
Oh, community. That's a great word and a great term, and it means very different things to different people. For me, because I represent an area that runs from here in Auburn all the way up to Kings Beach at Lake Tahoe, every community is different. And community to me means creating a sense of place and creating really a set of rules and behaviors and guidelines that people voluntarily agree to live together with as little conflict as possible and as much peace as possible.
Why is a camp like Peace Camp a good idea?
Well, I think it's an excellent idea because our schools, for all the things they teach and the classes that kids take after school and on weekends, one of the things that we don't teach is peace and how to learn to live with each other in a less conflicted manner. Peace is something that we all aspire to, and it's something that I think we all struggle with personally, but also as communities and as nations. But Peace Camp teaches mechanisms for young adults to really understand what peace means and how to work toward a more peaceful community and a more peaceful environment, and even, internally within families, a more peaceful family.
What are some ways that we can make our community even more peaceful?
Well, I think Peace Camp is an excellent way to do it. I think it, as I say, teaches young folks skills so that when conflict does arise in your daily life, you're able to think back to what you learned here and implement those skills. But I would say very specifically, learning not to bully, learning when you see bullying to speak up and say, hey, that's not acceptable behavior, but learning to do it in a way that doesn't add to the conflict, but actually reduces it and brings it down. To me, that's probably one of the most important things that can happen within the community.
Do you have any questions for us youth?
Oh gosh, that is such a great question. I would say, what did you learn? What did you take away personally from this that you think you can implement moving forward?
I learned working together makes it better, and I also learned how I kind of made new friends here, but it's okay. But I learned to respect more people more because when you don't, you get in trouble because I wasn't listening as well, but the couple of past days, I didn't know how bad it was if people felt not to be listened to. And when I wasn't getting listened to, I started listening to people, and then I started getting my word out there.
That's just an excellent thing to take away from this. If that's the only thing you take away, you've learned an incredibly valuable lesson, which is listening and having empathy and sympathy for people is absolutely critical to, again, reducing conflict and increasing peace in the community, in schools, and in family as much as possible. Great job.
Well, Jennifer, thank you for coming out to Peace Camp. Jennifer, I had a wonderful time interviewing. I hope you had a wonderful time interviewing too.
I did.
Peace Camp.
Peace out.